home for over 17 years of horse racing action. The Sport of Kings, featuring Tommy Walski. Today is Belmont Stakes Day. We'll relive some of the best Belmont moments of the last decade. Stephanie catches you up with all the news. Our race of the week is the Senate appointee. Tommy recaps some of the major stakes in racing across the nation. Our salute to the champions, the 1978 Belmont Stakes. And now here he is, BC's ambassador to the world of horse racing, Mr. Tommy Walski.
Hello everyone and welcome to this Belmont Stakes Saturday. It's time for a Triple Crown. Will we have a winner? We'll soon find out. But as you know, the Belmont Stakes hasn't been fair to favorites, with many of them going down in defeat. But it also has been the scene for some very exciting finishes. And as you're about to see, when the Sport of Kings takes you on a journey, they are some memorable moments.
The Belmont Stakes has been run for 140 years and is the last leg of the Triple Crown of horse racing. Belmont has witnessed the lost dreams of 6 Triple Crown hopefuls in the past 11 years. This year, the excitement returns as Big Brown and his connections go for that elusive Belmont Stakes victory that would add Big Brown to a list of Triple Crown champions for the first time since 1978. In addition to crowning a Triple Crown champion, the Belmont Stakes has also given rise to some great finishes and some great characters. In 2002, War Emblem came to the Belmont with Triple Crown hopes, and he left them at the starting gate.
And they're off. And War Emblem's quest for the Triple Crown. He did not break alertly. War Emblem was off near the back of the pack. They race for the clubhouse turn, and Medaglia d'Oro is sent today. And Wiseman's Ferry toward the inside. And there goes War Emblem now, and he splits horses as they move into the first turn. He's making his move with 5 furlongs to go. War Emblem, Medaglia d'Oro now heads apart for the lead. Wiseman's Ferry is tailing off now. Proud Citizen is poised down the outside. Sunday Break has come alive. 4 furlongs to go. Medaglia d'Oro in an all-out battle here with War Emblem. Medaglia d'Oro by a neck. War Emblem. Proud Citizen looms a threat. He's on the outside third with 3 furlongs to go. Sarava, the big long shot, is running in fourth. Sunday Break is 5th. Magic Wisner beginning to move up now on the outside. He's 7 lengths from the lead. And War Emblem is toiling as they turn for home. Medaglia d'Oro, Sunday Break. Sarava has come on through to take the lead. And War Emblem has given way. No Triple Crown for the 24th year. Here comes Sarava and Medaglia d'Oro, they're striding to the line together. Sarava on the outside. Medaglia d'Oro toward the rail. They're coming down to the finish. A huge upset is looming here under the line. Sarava has won the biggest long shot in the history of the Belmont Stakes at 70-1. Medaglia d'Oro was finishing.
Trainer Bob Baffert didn't blame the stumble for the loss. He thought his horse was one-dimensional and had no chance of winning a long race.
Got rolling and faded in the stretch. So once again, the Triple Crown will go unclaimed, but a worthy winner today in Sarava.
In 2004, Smarty Jones was the last Triple Crown hopeful to come to Belmont, and with a record crowd in attendance, he gave it his all.
The field now moving for the 5 furlong marker. Smarty Jones, a challenge on the inside from Rock Hard 10. There's 5 furlongs to go, just a minute from the wire, and Smarty Jones has to hold on to that lead for just 1 minute more. Rock Hard 10 is pressing him from the inside. Eddington is working harder to stay within 2 lengths of the lead. Birdstone commences a rally. He's 6 lengths from the front. Purge has nothing left. Then farther back it's Royal Assault, Master David, and Tap Dancer around the far turn, and it's Smarty Jones. He lets it out a notch to lead by 1.5 lengths. Birdstone is coming up on the outside. Rock Hard 10 is toiling. He's now 3 lengths behind. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Smarty Jones is a 4-length lead. Birdstone is moving to be second on the outside. Rock Hard 10 is back to third, and Smarty Jones enters the stretch to the roar of 120,000. But Birdstone is going to make him earn it today. The whip is out on Smarty Jones. It's been 26 years. It's just 1 furlong away. Birdstone is an upside front. They're coming down to the finish. Can Smarty Jones hold on? Here comes Birdstone. Birdstone surges past. Birdstone wins the Belmont Stakes.
An exciting and disappointing finish for all, but the connections of Birdstone and a few that backed the 70-1 shot. All of racing was hoping for Smarty Jones. Even Birdstone's connections expressed their feelings for Smarty Jones. In 2005, the Sentimental Derby favorite of Fleet Alex lost by a length to Giacomo and went on to win the Preakness. Fleet Alex was running for Alexandra Scott, a young child fighting cancer and raising money for cancer research by selling lemonade in her stand. The lemonade stand grew into a national awareness and fundraiser and peaked at the Belmont Stakes. With all of America pulling for Alex's lemonade stand and a Fleet Alex, how could they lose?
Breaking quickly toward the inside. Piero with some early speed on the outside, Southern Africa, as they make their way into that first turn. Chekhov caught very wide. Indy Storm is also in the early mix. Fleet Alex is still lingering at the back of the pack. He's about 10 lengths from the lead with 5.5 furlongs to go. Andromeda's here on the outside of him. Reverberate to his inside, a long way back to Nolan's Cat. 3/4 in 12 and 4. So Pinpoint is trying to do it all the way on the lead here. Pinpoint is still the leader as they approach the far turn. Southern Africa on the far outside. And there goes Piero. And there goes Giacomo. Giacomo rallying on the outside and rallying boldly. Indy Storm is following him. Fleet Alex. Jeremy Rose is yet to make a move on him. He's still 5 lengths from the lead. And he's running on strongly. And now the field approaching the top of the stretch. Giacomo on the outside is the leader as the field turns for home. But here comes the Preakness winner, Fleet Alex on his outside. And Southern Africa battles on at the rail. And Fleet Alex just ran right by Giacomo like he was standing still. Fleet Alex opening up with a tremendous burst of energy. He's 5 lengths clear at the 8th hole. Andromeda's Hero is now moved into second. Southern Africa third. Giacomo is faded. Nolan's Cat, a compelling, outstanding performance by the plucky of Fleet Alex. He won by 6.
2007 was a great year for 3-year-olds in American racing, with a strong crop of contenders vying for national attention. They were led by Curlin, Street Sense, Hard Spun, and Tiago. The Kentucky Oaks winning filly Rags to Riches entered and was sent off as the second favorite at 4-1. Could a stumble out of the gate cost her the race as it did War Emblem in 2002?
39, Belmont Stakes. And they're off. Oh, and the filly bobbled at the break. Rags to Riches stumbled coming out of there. And CP West comes out in stride. Sluice Tizzy is there. Hard Spun to their outside. And then farther back it's Curlin. And Rags to Riches out in the middle of the track there. Then Tiago and I'm a Wild and Crazy Guy. 3/4 of a mile in 1:15 and 1. Now the field is approaching the far turn. A long way to go yet. CP West, the riders have been very patient, not making a move. There's 5 furlongs to go. Their positions relatively unchanged. CP West the leader. Sluice Tizzy is second. Hard Spun's in a perfect position on the outside. Curlin could get bottled up on the inside. Rags to Riches in the clear 5th, only 3 lengths from the lead. And Tiago is beginning to roll now. He's only 3 lengths from the front. They're midway around the far turn. 5 of them within 4.5 lengths of each other. And the leader is CP West. Nothing left for Sluice Tizzy. Here comes Hard Spun. And Curlin is coming on through in between horses. And Rags to Riches is coming with a 4-wide sweep. And Tiago is in behind them. And at the top of the stretch, a filly is in front of the Belmont. But Curlin is right there with her. These two in a battle of the sexes in the Belmont Stakes. It is Curlin on the inside. Rags to Riches on the outside. A desperate finish. Rags to Riches and Curlin. They're coming down to the wire. It's going to be very close. And it's going to be a filly in the Belmont. Rags to Riches has beaten Curlin in 100 years of Belmont history.
These are just some of the stories that are woven every year at Belmont Park on the first Saturday in June.
Wow. Girl power.
Don't go away. The Sport of Kings. We'll be right back. And now, to get you up to date with all the happenings in and around the track, let's saddle up with our own Stephanie Mercier.
Fans at Hastings had more than horses to cheer for last weekend. Actor Steven Seagal was at the track on Saturday. A special race was named in his honor, and fans got a chance to get their photos with the star. Speaking of stars, tonight actor and singer David Cassidy, famous for his role in The Partridge Family, is performing at the River Rock Casino. Cassidy is a big racing fan and owns a few horses of his own, including Sweet Vendetta, who recently won a big stakes race at Pimlico. Even though people like to go away over the Victoria Day long weekend, the good weather brought lots of crowds to Hastings Park too. We caught up with Hastings General Manager Raj Moody to find out how the weekend went for the track.
It was actually an excellent weekend. Our racing product was really good all 3 days, especially the holiday Monday. We put on one of the best cards I've seen here. I've been here since 2004, and 4 years that was probably one of the best cards we put on, and our betting public showed their appreciation for the quality of races and the field size we put on. So it was an excellent weekend for us, and hopefully that momentum continues for the rest of the year.
So it looks like exciting times are back at the racetrack.
Definitely. Our field size is up over 8 this weekend. I'd love to keep that number over 8 for the entire year. That's my goal. It's our goal of our racing department as well. Continue to work very closely with all the trainers and all our horsemen to fill those races and make sure we have a full entry box every race day.
Local horse owner Glenn Todd was honored last week by being inducted into the BC Sports Hall of Fame. However, it's not because of his involvement with racing, but with softball. Todd's support for that sport has included creating the Canada Cup International Women's Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. We caught up with Glenn Todd to find out how it felt to be inducted.
It was a big honor, Steph. It was something I guess a person might dream about, and I think when it happened, I was really pretty much, I was really honored. It's a big honor. There's a lot of great people there, you know, a lot better than me kind of a deal. And it was, until you get there, you really don't realize how big the BC Sports Hall of Fame is. And there's not a lot of people that have been inducted, and a lot of people, you know, that I thought should have been inducted weren't. And somehow I was lucky enough to get there, so I'm very, very honored.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Sticking with the baseball theme, on hand at the track last week was the co-owner and team president of the Vancouver Canadians, Andy Dunn. Dunn was the guest decorator for the Senate appointee, today's race of the week. The Seas are Canada's only affiliated minor league club, and there's rumors Hastings will be teaming up with the club for promotions in the coming months. The Canadian season opener is on June 17th at Nat Bailey Stadium. Apprentice rider Juan Carlos Gutierrez earned his first career victory last Saturday aboard the Craig McPherson-trained Turbo Tommy. In jockey tradition, Juan Carlos was congratulated with buckets of water by the other riders. That covers this week's news in horse racing, but before I leave you, with this being Belmont Day, Tommy and I thought we'd give you our picks for the big race. For me, it's a bit of a toss-up. Big Brown is the obvious favorite, and as a betting interest, that means there's no money there. But his wins have been very impressive, and personally, I'd like to see a Triple Crown winner, so Big Brown is my choice. Stay tuned for Tommy's selection later. From the paddock here at Hastings, I'm Stephanie Mercier, and now you're back on track.
Racing across the nation is brought to you in memory of Jeff Robinson. Jeff was a breeder and an operator of Aaron Acres and was a great friend to horse racing.
This week on our Racing Across the Nation segment, and a possible Triple Crown winner being seen, we're going to give you a look at some of the contenders who will be facing Big Brown in this afternoon's Belmont Stakes. First up, you're going to be watching the Peter Pan Stakes. In this race, 2 horses you want to watch out because they are both running against Big Brown this afternoon. That would be Casino Drive, the 1A horse, and his entry mate, Spark Candle, who will be number 1, and is also the speed in both races.
They've run 3/4 in 1:10 and 2/5 seconds, and it's Mint Lane in front. Casino Drive now is tested here as they make the turn into the stretch. Golden Spikes is right alongside him, and now the field turns for home, and here comes Casino Drive. Casino Drive takes the lead, and Cantus Ormo, and they're pouring it on. It is Casino Drive in front by 3. Followed by Mint Lane running in second. Reddy's Echo coming up late on the far outside. But here is Casino Drive, who said sayonara to this field.
Next, you're going to be watching the Wood Memorial. Horse you want to watch here is also in this afternoon's Belmont Stakes. That's the BC-owned Tale of Acadi. He's number 8. Can he get the job done today? let's take a look at the race.
Warpass, who's run 3/4 of a mile in 1:11:2. Tail of Acati is second on the outside. Giant Moon is third toward the rail, and Court Vision is fourth. Warpass at the top of the stretch. He's been running some enervating fractions. He's got to gut it out for another 1/8 of a mile. Wandering to the outside is Warpass. Tail of Acati is still second. Giant Moon toward the inside. Court Vision is sputtering, and